Can you teach a guy like me how to make all those cool moves? Like judo and kung fu?
What's up, makers, and welcome to the first ever You Make It Monday. I'm going to show you guys how to do a logo design specifically in Illustrator using just the pen tool and some fonts I downloaded. So I was contacted via Instagram by my client who wanted a simple minimalist logo done, and this is what I came up with. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. He sent me a few references to go by. He really liked the minimalist, clean design. This one, he wanted to be flat, no gradients, no colors, and he specifically wanted it for just slap on stickers or business card or website or even t-shirts. So, since he contacted me via Instagram, I decided to do the canvas size as a squared Instagram post. And then usually you would just want to leave it the usual settings, the color mode, CMYK color, and then rasterize at the highest DPI. So now that we have all these settings, and then of course go ahead and put a name for your file. Create. So now that we have our canvas, I did some digging through the font and found this really edgy logo that was close to that reference that we talked about before, and this is free. You can just go ahead and download that. It's gonna, if you're working on a Mac, it's gonna show up in your downloads folders. So I show in Finder. Go ahead and open that up in Finder. Install the package, the TTF file. Just double click, install font. I already have it installed, just showing you the process here. Install checked. Now that we have that installed, we're gonna go ahead and in Illustrator grab our text tool. Draw a text box. It's gonna put in some dummy text. Go to properties, change that text to the one that we just found called the dark. Erase all that text. I'm gonna do maker for all my beautiful makers out there. Highlight, change the font to something much larger. You can probably do 100 points. A little bigger. 200 points. Too big. 150. Third time's a charm. Great. So, we're technically halfway done. I'm gonna go ahead and right click, create outlines. That outlines everything. This is way too detailed with the distortion and everything. So this is where the pen tool comes into play. So right now, Maker is on this layer. I'm gonna go ahead and create a new layer, lock my text layer, grab my pen, and then just start outlining this. To make straight lines, you want to hold shift and just start tapping away. To make a 40-degree line, you can hold shift and add a slant, but you don't need to here. I'm gonna back up a little here and change my stroke and color down here. My stroke to black. Then to zoom in, Command plus. Now all you gotta do is just go in and put in your points as precisely as possible. Zoom in when you need to. Like I said before, that is Command plus, and then to zoom out is Command minus. And also just go ahead and trace that inside part as you saw with the A. If you need to undo anything, Command Z is Edit Undo. And get those lines as precisely as possible.
Can you teach a guy like me how to make? Can you teach a guy like me how to make? Can you teach a guy like me how to make? Can you teach a guy like me how to make?
Done our complete outline. So if we hide this, we're not complete just yet. We gotta come back in here and do the inside of the. So these curves can be really challenging when the first time you're doing it. So what I usually do is go past the curve, so put a point right before the curve and the point right after the curve, and then click and drag the point to where it's, the correct curvature. It was really hard for me to get this, but I'm pretty sure makers like you will get it on your second try. Now zoom out, we see hide that layer, that original font layer. We see that we now have an outline of our logo. We get our selection tool here, select everything. Well, not everything. We select just the outlines and not the inner parts of the A and R. And change the fill and stroke by swapping here. This, we're going to select these two, go to properties down here, and then in the pathfinder we're going to do exclude. Should be exclude. No, not exclude. We are going to do, let's just do divide. And when we do divide, come here with our direct selection tool. We can set that and then subtract. Just hit delete. And so this is now one object. And then we're just going to do the same for our R. Alright, so select both paths. Come here, divide. Grab the direct selection tool, which is also A. I recommend that everyone learn the basic shorthands of keyboard shortcuts. It saves lives, so that is A for the direct selection tool. And just hit delete.
And boom, there you have it. A sleek, flat, no gradient design created with just the pen tool. And of course you have your outline of the font, but we're not gonna talk about that. And you can slap it on merch. So that's exactly what the client wanted, and that's exactly what we give the client. So that's it for the first ever You Make It Monday episode. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at umake_it. And support me at ko-fi.com/umakeit. Coffee gets all the creative juices running, so you can support me by, a little donation for my coffee funds. Have a great day and see you next Monday.